It is finally starting to feel like fall where I live. In the last video that I posted, I talked about how fall time is technically here, but it doesn't feel like it where I am. Well, this morning I got up for work, went to walk the dog, and I actually felt cold for the first time. Needless to say, I am excited. I love the cold weather. I love the fall. I like the clothes that you get to wear. I like the fragrances you get to wear. I think everything about fall is just so great. And it got me thinking, I posted my top 10 fall list, but there were a couple fragrances that I left off of that list that I still wanted to share. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 quintessential fall fragrances in my collection. Now, these are fragrances that you've probably heard about ad nauseum. You probably even have them in your own collection, but I would feel bad if I could just completely left these fragrances out of my fall videos because they really are just fragrances that embody the season of fall to me. These are fragrances that literally every single fall, I always reach for them, and I reach for them quite often. But before we get into the list really quickly, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my channel, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date on everything that I post from here going forward. Now, the first one that I'd like to share with you is from the house of YSL. You've heard about this one quite often, and you've definitely seen it on my channel before. And this one is La Nuit de l'Homme from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This, in my opinion, like I said, this is a quintessential fall fragrance. This is one that honestly, I think you could wear as a signature scent in the fall time. You get some lavender, you get some cardamom, some vetiver. It's kind of like this fresh and spicy fragrance with a little bit of sweetness in the background of it. Overall, it smells like a very easy to wear, sensual kind of a fragrance. It's a date night king in the fragrance community as well. Now, as you can see, this bottle is nearly empty, and that is because every single fall, this becomes nearly a signature fragrance for me. In fact, when I was in college, not only did I wear this fragrance to class and for anything else that I need to, but I also used this as a room spray. I used to spray my sheets and my pillows with this fragrance because I loved it that much. So it would be impossible for me to ring in the season of fall and not mention this as one of my top 5 quintessential fall fragrances. The next one I'd like to share with you is from the house of Rabanne, and this one is 1 Million Lucky. Now, this is one that I quickly fell in love with. I even have a backup bottle of this one because there were rumors that it was going to get discontinued, and I just could not imagine not having this fragrance in my collection. What you're getting with this one, you're getting plum, hazelnut, and some honey. Even though it sounds like it would be an extremely sweet fragrance, there's actually a lot of airy ozonic vibes to the fragrance that make this extremely easy to wear, which is why, as you can see, this bottle is nearly finished off. This is one of those fragrances where as soon as the weather begins to dip down and I feel that crisp coolness in the air, I reach for this one constantly. And in addition to being a fall go-to for me, this is one of my girlfriend's favorite fragrances in my entire collection. This is definitely one that, as long as it is in my collection, there will never be a fall season that I do not reach for this fragrance. Once again, from the house of Paco Rabanne, this one is Lucky. 1 Million Lucky. Next up, we're gonna move over to the niche side of things, and this one is Layton from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is one of my favorite niche fragrances, but it is also, as the theme of this video, one of my favorite fall fragrances of all time. This one, you get some apple, you get some cardamom, you get some vanilla. It's this mix of fresh, spicy, and sweetness, and a slight bit of like a almost forest-like vibe to it. I absolutely love this DNA. The first time that I smelled the DNA, not this fragrance itself, was from Alexandria. They had Royal Equestrian, and when I was diving into the house of Alexandria, that was one of the first ones that I ordered. Fell in love with the DNA, absolutely loved it. Wore that fragrance to death. It was almost like a signature scent of mine. I would wear it to class, I'd wear it to go out, I'd wear it to parties, I'd wear it to concerts. I wore that fragrance for any and everything. And when I finished that bottle, I found this one on a really, really good sale and decided that I would go ahead and grab the original. And I'm so happy to have this one in my collection. This one is sweet, but it still maintains some masculinity about it. This is just an amazing scent, perfect for the fall time. And I could never let a season of fall go by without reaching for this fragrance. Once again, this one is Layton from the house of Parfums de Marly. Next up on the list is from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this one is the One Eau de Parfum. Now this to me is a date night king. This is one of the best date night fragrances that you could ever get your hands on. And to me, it smells like fall. You get some warmth, there's some tobacco in it, there's this kind of a resinous sweetness to it as well. It smells like a grown man in the best way possible. This is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And every time I take the cap off and I smell this fragrance, I think of the season of fall. I mean, it could be 100 degrees outside and this will put me in the mindset of walking through the cold air, maybe going to a haunted house or something with my friends. I just immediately think of the season of fall when I smell this fragrance. Another reason why it always brings me back to the season of fall, this is my girlfriend's absolute favorite fragrance in my entire collection. And one of our favorite dates that we went on, I had this fragrance on, and I always think of that date night when I smell this fragrance. Definitely a fall fragrance that I could never go without, and definitely I could not let this season pass by without reaching for this fragrance at least a few times. Once again, from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, this one is the One Eau de Parfum. The last one on the list is going to be from the house of Viktor and Rolf, and this one is Spice Bomb. Now this is just the original Eau de Toilette Spice Bomb. I know there are a ton of different variations out there at this point. This is still one of my absolute favorites, and I think of it every single time the season of fall rolls around. Now, this is a fragrance that actually kind of has a story behind it, and maybe I'll make a video and share it more in detail, but this is one of the fragrances that really got me into the fragrance world. I ended up receiving this bottle as a gift from my mom, and I have loved this fragrance ever since. It is one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. This one has grapefruit and pink pepper in the top. There's also some cinnamon, some saffron, a lot of spicy notes. I think there's even some pimento in there. And then in the base, you get a little tiny bit of leather. You get some tobacco. This is overall a extremely spicy scent, but it does it in an extremely smooth and wearable way. I'd go so far to say that as far as spicy fragrances go, this one actually has a tiny bit of freshness to it, which allows it to be fairly versatile. Now, I know I said this list was not in any particular order, but if you ask me to really say which one of these 5 fragrances truly embody the season of fall, for me personally, it would be Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. So once again, rounding off my list of quintessential fall fragrances that I could never let the season of fall go by without reaching for them, we have Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb, the original Eau de Toilette. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and leave a like and drop a comment. Let me know what are some fall fragrances that you absolutely have to wear. Fall fragrances that you would never let the season pass without reaching for it at least once. As always, I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Doing those things go a long way to supporting this channel. And until next time, peace.